These are all the PlayStations ever released, so let's find out how they have improved over time. Firstly is the PlayStation 1, which was released in 1994, and by that time it was regarded to be the most powerful console money could buy. The PlayStation 1 was the first console that can actually play DVD games with just its 2 MB of RAM and no internal storage. It has 480p resolution and you can still purchase it now for $570. In the year 2000, Sony released the PlayStation 2, which was so improved by then and even make other consoles seems like a kid. The PS2 has up to 32 MB of RAM and even 8 MB of storage. Comparing it with the PS1, this thing is 12 times the amount of processing power than the PS1, 16 times the amount of RAM and 63 times the amount of storage. And the coolest thing about the PlayStation 2 is that it even broke a world record as the best selling console in the history of consoles after selling up to 158 million units. And then Sony wanted to top their initial record and release the PlayStation 3 in 2006, but there was a problem that makes the PS3 the lowest sold PlayStation ever. Sony wanted to ramp up the PS3 into a different level, so they built an expensive and improved processor just for it. And due to the expensive processor, the PlayStation 3 also became very expensive, and then this made Sony only sold just 84 million units. But comparing the power of the PlayStation 3 to the PlayStation 2, the PS3 is 35 times more powerful than the PS2, and it even came with a 720p resolution. The PS3 has up to 256 MB of RAM, and it is the first PlayStation that could actually play a true high definition gaming. Sony went back to square one after having a low sale on the PS3, so they need to do something special. And then in 2013 they released the PlayStation 4, which by that time became the fastest selling console after selling 1 million units in a single day. The PS4 is 10 times faster than the PS3 and it even came with 8 GB of RAM and 1080p resolution. And then Sony went back to the top again, and what they later did was to release a PlayStation that isn't just improved but also to make the design aesthetic, and that is the PS5 released in 2020. The PS5 has up to 16 GB of RAM, 4K resolution, and comparing it with the PS4, this thing is 8 times more powerful and 50 times faster than the PS4. You can purchase the PS5 now for $750, and if you like this video, subscribe.